Inversions, the art of going upside down on a roller coaster. They can do anything from flip you upside down for absolutely ages, or barely flip you upside down at all. But there's one thing in common: they are always great fun. If you don't already know, I run a theme park Instagram and TikTok called the Coaster Crazy Guy, where I post videos of my Planet Coaster creations, where sometimes I get asked to create some of the craziest theme park requests I've ever heard. One request was to build a roller coaster with 20 inversions, and at first I thought that's not possible, but then I decided that probably it's something that I could do a full-length video on, so that is what we'll be delving into today. Now, to give you a little insight about inversions, the world record for the most inversions on any one roller coaster is the Smiler with 14. To be honest, that is crazy by itself, so 20 is absolutely outrageous. But today, we're going to find out if 1, if it's doable, and 2, if it will actually look realistic. So, I've already built a little bit here. I wanted to get a bit of a head start, without getting all this boring stuff in. But, basically, I'm thinking of doing an Intamin, not a Blitz coaster, but an Intamin lift hill coaster. It's basically what it says on the tin. It's a bit like a Blitz, same track style, however, with a lift hill. We've already got one inversion, and this basically is a little pre-lift section. I build my coasters on Planet Coaster, so today you'll be able to see how I build them, and really if 20 inversions in one coaster is doable. So at the moment I'm currently building the brake run. What I like to do with my coasters is build the brake run first and a little bit of the finale, because nothing really annoys me more than when a coaster has a really awkward straight track before the ending. It needs to have a punchy finale, and having a funny little after the brake run and into the station. So really, if you want to make your coasters look realistic, start with straight out the station and straight into the station. That's what really sets the bar between realistic and not realistic to start off with. And here comes the first lift hill. The only lift hill. I might put a launch in later depending on how much speed we have, because 20 inversions is a lot to fit into one. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking after the lift hill I'm going to try and have, a bit like on the Smiler, a downward barrel roll into, I'm not sure yet, we'll see how it goes when we get there, but I think a downward barrel roll is good. That's 2 inversions straight off the bat. Pretty good so far. Now I've gone ahead a little bit. I've built it because when I was editing I found it really boring watching me build. Let me know if you find this any different, because obviously I've not done this type before. If you want to see the full build, let me know and I will keep that in mind for next time. But I've done basically the first section and I'm leading into a launch now to build up speed. But a lot of people ask me how to smoothen and how I smooth. I tend to build with 6 meter piece tracks, smoothening strength 6, then I go forwards, backwards, forwards, and that seems to do the trick for me. That's how I do it, for those that are wondering. So now we're building the top part, and I think this is always an important part of Intamin. Obviously launch coasters, this is a lift hill launch, it's a hybrid really. I don't want to just build inversions like the Smiler, I want to give it something else about it. Obviously inversions is going to be the main USP of this ride, however it needs other elements to sort of pad it out a bit. Don't worry, I will go back at the end and you guys can see the start of the layout. There'll be a POV, there'll be some cinematic shots. But like I said before, if you do want to see the full build, next time, put that in the comments, let me know and I will keep that in mind. Now, another thing that a lot of people ask, VelociCoaster. I have nothing against it. I don't know what people are saying. However, I do prefer Hulk. The rumours are true. I just find it more intense. I don't know why. Don't get me wrong. Hulk is my 4th on my list, and VelociCoaster is my 5th. There's nothing, barely anything between it. However, I just genuinely find VelociCoaster overrated compared to what people say. And Hulk is wildly underrated, probably the most underrated Universal coaster there is. So this element we're coming into now is something that I've been trying to incorporate into my coasters for a very, very long time, and I have not been able to do it. It's a triple 0 G-roll. If this looks horribly wrong, don't blame me, because I cannot figure out how to do it. And I think this is a perfect time to do it with obviously 3 inversions in one. That's going to work brilliant. So, like I said at the beginning, I like to do the finale before it's linked up. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm thinking an inversion into the brake run. I think that would look great. Either something like that or what's on VelociCoaster. So, after the Mosasaurus roll is these basically a twisted double up. I don't know if that's the right word. Please tell me if it's not. Straight into the brake run, and that finale is brilliant. We're gonna have something hopefully like that, and after that we'll see how many inversions we need left and just basically wing it to the end before you guys can see the POV. So in we go to another roll. I'm thinking maybe I might do a helix or just a turnaround, and I'm going to try and get in some overbank turns because obviously they count as inversions. We need to get in as many as we can. This kind of seems like the perfect time to do it. If you have enjoyed this video, this type of video with not just vlogs as my usual video style, but Planet Coaster walkthroughs, if there's anything else you'd like to see, please put it down in the comments. I've really enjoyed making it. I hope you've enjoyed watching it so far. Let me know what you want me to build next, and I'll see what I can do. Also, take a look at my Instagram and TikTok. On my Instagram, there's mainly photography and my podcast, which you can also find on YouTube and Spotify. And TikTok is mainly my Planet Coaster creations, but there is also real theme parks that I visit as well in real time when I'm there. Make sure you like and follow. Let's get back into the video. As you can see, I'm just building these giant, really overbanked turns because honestly I am running out of speed, time, effort, and I need to build up this inversion count. So yeah, that's what we're building right now. I don't think there's much left actually to do. I just need to do one more and then that'll be all 20. I cannot believe we've actually done this. I might try and theme it slightly. Not theme, maybe just stylize it, trees and stuff. So now that the layout is complete, it's just a case of going back and smoothing what we haven't already. And after that, I'm pretty sure, after we've done some theming, that'll be it. And it'll be time for a POV. That's it, that's the coaster all done, and let's have a little look in the snow actually. In the snow, I think I'm going to add some trees. I might not keep it in the snow for the POV, but it does look nice. Now, if you didn't know, this came in one of the recent updates where snow was added, and genuinely I think it looks amazing. The trees, like the graphics with the trees with the snow looks fantastic. I think the way that the snow has been done, it looks really realistic, and it just makes, it's a nice little touch that they've added to the game. You can really tell that the Frontier, the owners of Planet Coaster, are really putting the effort into Planet Coaster 2 with keeping these updates relevant and fresh, basically, keeping people wanting to play the game. Now, as you can see, I'm just adding some more trees around the area, some more shrubs. I might even do the station, we'll see. I do want to point this out, the POV, I've got rid of the trees. It doesn't run into any trees, but there might be some shrubs that you headbutt, so just ignore the headbutting shrubs. Thank you. Now, before I show you the cinematic and POV, let's just have a quick talk about the 20 Inversion Coaster. Of course, I've had so much fun building it, but is it something realistic? No. Is it possible? Yes, of course it is. Anything's possible. You look at Falcon's Flight that's been built in Saudi Arabia, a 620-foot tall roller coaster. Anything's possible. However, do I think it's realistic? No. Do you think it's realistic? What do you think? Because I don't think manufacturers and parks are going for the most inversions anymore. They're not thinking about that. They're thinking about how can we make this more intense? How can this break more records? Not how many inversions can we get on it. And yes, that is a record, but it's not a record that's realistically plausible anymore. I feel 14 is enough to be groundbreaking, and after that it just kind of starts to feel a little bit silly. Again, in the future, who knows what the future could hold. Let me know what you think. I'll leave you with the cinematic. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and make sure you like, subscribe, and follow for more Coaster Crazy content.
What sort of cheese was that?